good to be out and about. Share the wealth, right?
I forgot I gave him the stronger rifle.
No, that's it then.
I do not like our start like this. Every Viking called onward troops.
If you're looking, I don't do payment plans or... I'm sure I got what you need.
I'll take this.
Outlaws? Ashta. Don't make me regret them.
Well, hey there.
Oh, you're back. I'm sure you did. You did what I asked, so follow me.
Welcome to the Rock, I guess.
We're headquartered in the upper floors of the Rock, but we also have remote stations throughout
These Rangers
Freestar
are some
collective space.
hard-blooded folk.
Helps us to identify and respond to threats more quickly. There are less than a dozen Rangers in all, and we operate with limited resources.
I'm proud to be helping the Freestar
Thankfully,
Rangers.
most people respect us and are willing to cooperate. In this job, Your eyes, ears, and wits are every bit as important as your badge and your sidearm.
You've got
Marshal.
guts, no doubt about that. Emma! I take it you're here because you're satisfied that our new recruit can handle the job.
Seems like a fine candidate. Got the right priorities.
All right, then. Step forward, recruit. Let me have a word with you. I've got just one. Do you pledge to defend the people of... Good. Here, take these. You're now... I'm assigning you to Ranger Wilcox for some field training. Welcome aboard.
Congratulations. The Rangers ain't a bad outfit. They're lucky to have you.
Wish we could throw you a welcome party, but there's work. We got word from a farmer on Montero. She says someone's trying to take her farm, and she's afraid she might be in danger. Well, most things do it. That being said, best not to assume anything. Just try to grab any supplies you might need, and then...
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
Pay attention to what Ranger Wilcox tells you.
This is Freestar Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship. And that's it. You're clear to...
Looks clear. Initiate sequence.
Over here!
The Freestar Rangers. You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
I'm Ranger Emma Wilcox. My deputy and I are here to help. Now, tell us what happened.
I was out planting in the fields when I saw some men approaching. They looked like soldiers with uniforms, and they wanted to buy the farm. Didn't even ask if it was for... Their offer was so low, I told them right where they could stick it. That's right. The uniforms looked like the ones worn by Freestar soldiers back during the war. They had a certain steel in their eyes. I was in fear for my life. Nothing I can think of. Truth is, we're in some hard times here. The last harvest was the worst we've had in a long time. Besides, it ain't like there's a lack of available land around here. Back behind the house, there's some canyons. That place is dangerous. Steep slopes, narrow trails, rock slides, and all manner of hostile. If you're going after those men... Oh, there's one other thing. They said they were the first. The first of what, I'm not sure. But
Thank you, ma'am. That should be enough for us to find these. All right, deputy. Keep that weapon handy and your eyes sharp. Since these guys don't know we're after them, they're probably not making an effort to hide their tracks. Now, let's go and check.
Hopefully whatever got them doesn't get us. I've done that a time or two.
definitely passed this way. Let's just hope they're not perched up on these canyon walls, waiting to snipe at us.
I'm up for a little adventure. You want me to carry something for you? Bye.
Nice to get out under the sky. Hey!
Bag.
Look out! You smell that? I'd bet my badge that's wood smoke from a campfire. They're close. Be ready.
You're right in that damn neighborhood.
The standoff at the bank ought to keep the marshal tied up for a while. We're gonna have some fun. Well now, Ms. Wagner called in the cavalry. I suggest you turn around. Don't recognize the... Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's like the Major. Forgotten our sacrifice. Forgotten how we were betrayed. We'll make them all remember soon enough. Oh, it ain't exactly the farm that's special. But that ain't none of your business. You think you're in a position? Well, I've got news for you. So, got any... Oh, I think it does. We've been found out! Don't let us leave here alive!
lot rougher than I expected. Let's talk.
I hope Cora doesn't get too much of it. Hey, if you find a new pistol,
Say you calling?
so long. You know, the way you handle things, if you're looking for something in particular. Guess we're done.
Find anything interesting? Let's see what we have here. So, their ship was stolen. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of... Well, I guess someone really wants that farm back. Speaking of which, let's get back there.
What's the news? What happened? Well, it's good to see you're all right. They must have been crazy or desperate. So who were they? So I have no way of knowing if there aren't more coming. Guess I'll start sleeping with a gun here. I can't thank you enough. I'd hate to be remembered as the wagoner who couldn't hold... Of course.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in... All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock.
Hope no one recognizes me here.
Word to the wise.
Sorry. Spaceport is full.
Hey, Deputy.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the
Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montero.
What's the story on Montero?
That call we got from Wagoner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagoners off their land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done. For the time being, yes, but you could still be in danger. What did you make of these men who were trying to take... If that's true, then someone must have hired them. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men... Hope Tech ships ain't exactly cheap. That thief could probably tell us a lot about these men you ran into.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. They also said something about being forgotten. They seemed bitter about it. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? Any of that sound familiar?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway. The 1st Cavalry lost almost all their mechs and soldiers in a big push to take a united company. They were just about there when a ceasefire order came down. Both sides had just lost too much by then. The commanding officer of the 1st disobeyed the order. He didn't want the lives of his soldiers to be sacrificed. They court-martialed him, and the rest of the surviving officers, and locked them all up. No, it doesn't. It's a good bet that starship. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kaluzar, she can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer. Good. The last thing I need is the Council breathing down. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those. Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cavalry. Good hunting.
Another dead rock. Plenty of them in the Starfield.
Ah, was told they're expecting you. Head on in.
Captain, welcome back. I was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. It should. You risked life.
I still don't understand why people go through all these hoops for such an...
But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through these logs. They're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work with. That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. Wait, Kaiser. That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Oh, how? How? You can't... Oh, you are serious. But still, getting Kaiser back, that gives us more than a few new paths forward on dealing with the Terramorphs. But if he's been out there on his own all this time, come on. We've already made a lot of progress getting this place back on. Some of the containment chambers were a bit on the unpleasant side, but the facility staff...
That's right. Your thermometer ain't broken. We are sub-zero.
Okay. Hello. I know it's here somewhere. Here, Kaiser schematics. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli mac... Now, where? A battlefield. Ugh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nera was destination #1 for Xeno. Add to that general environmental devastation, and the kind of... But I think there's a place where you can start your... Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by... As good a place to start as any. Kaiser lets us do field work with a level of precision that there's really no... More than a few of the options we're looking into. Detectors to uncover the Terramorph transmission method, or... They require highly specific materials to test again. And asking a group of Marines to accompany us for that kind of work, well... And I'll make sure we're ready to put them to use.
Planets like these are my favorite. Nero was one of the biggest, nastiest battle sites of the whole colony war. Lots of dead militia here. And Marines.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Chad, I'd appreciate it when you're able. So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant? Is it everything you imagine? I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Ko and they expect me to pull some miracle. Time has a way of just building on itself. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days... There's books about him, a lot. All right, a couple of high notes. He was one of the first grav jump. First solo jump out of Sol System, all him. He explored all the planets in Cheyenne, and so, as you can see, I am. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora, where it really weighed. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy. Now I just hope I can help Cora to... Your kind words are appreciated. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Kell. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. And now... I'm just getting sappy. You're a bad influence, you know that? You say the damnedest things. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on... The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing.
Now that we have a moment, after your experience... That's distressing, but according to what I've heard, your body absorbed and we're dealing with something unknown to modern science. Well, that temple proves we're dealing with entities of unknown. The problem is that we can't even begin to guess what their intention was towards us and... Perhaps that's true, or perhaps he was simply quite It's just that... Oh, I'm afraid that we're flying almost completely blind. All we know for certain at this point is that whoever created the artifacts are the same beings that built the... Anything else is just guesswork. I might as well put on a blindfold and toss darts at theories written... Oh, believe me, this is positively Think about the significance of this research. The questions it raises alone. Who was this wondrous structure built to accommodate? How long ago did these entities inhabit our universe? Are they still out? Yes, exactly. Now you understand why. It's funny. I used to think the artifacts were the end-all be-all of scientific discovery. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would lead to something of this. I just hope that you'll come through this. Oh. Look, I've already taken... All I can do is promise that I'm not going to make you deal with this mystery. Whatever might be happening, I'll be right here to... You've got something for me? I'm more than ready.
Switching me out for the big...
Well, of course. How else do you expect anything to be done correctly? I wonder how many life forms are roaming this planet. Time to find out.
You looking for advice on heading out into the fields? Customer, supplier, merc? Regardless, you won't jail.
Hey! New model on the floor. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind. Refuge and rest home for the hardest scrappers anywhere. So formal. The pleasure's all mine. You can call me. Can I get you started on a tab, then? Or you here to try and make your fortune in the fields? I'm happy to take your credits however you want to hike them. No better selection. Kaiser? No bot around here with that tag. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab? At least that's what we've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But he's a combat bot, right? Yeah, he's white, but it's been a while since anyone's laid eyes on Captain Ahab, though. Little, slow on the up. So, sounds like you can wander around out there, hunting your bot. Little old. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here. So if going rate's a little steep, I'm listening. I don't care how badly you need it. Whatever. Nice try. Look, I'm gonna... Pleasure doing business. So, last anyone heard of him, he was out near the Syracuse. Shipwreck about a... One of my roughnecks said he heard some kind of beacon. Eyes open, too. Sirens and ecliptic out there. Oh, and corpse retrieval is not... Give Ahab a Kaiser. Finest supplies on the planet. Also, all legal.
I'm pleased to see scrapping. Damn war machines are better off being erased from history.
I just realized I'm using the same ammo tape.
Ecliptic must be getting desperate if they've resorted to searching piles of scrap for mech parts.
Authorized person.
Hey, how you doing, pal? I'm doing right.
So many lives lost when these brings back painful memories. Hope you're ready to die. Inside out.
Biological contamination eliminated. Password. Voice. Attempting to resume. Attempting to. Error. Our level.
A Russian robot!
Battery required. Type microcell. Acquire it. Salvage yard.
we should poke around this salvage yard and search for anything useful?
What can I do for you? Ah, so that's where your machine's been. Heat leeches, wasn't it? Those little stowaways are everywhere on this rock. But a microcell, that's you could probably Frankenstein one together using our fabrication. So, I just braced. Wouldn't have lasted real long here, doing what we do. So long as you've got the spec, but finding materials up to the task, you're likely. Though, if you think you can actually manage something like that, spots where you but in return, any excess materials you save us from risking our necks on another. I can't give you a guarantee, but a couple of mech types use microcell. All the intact microcells will be long gone, too valuable. But the parts to make one. So what do you say? Sell me what you don't need, and I'll tell you what'll... No skin off my teeth. In need of materials? Or just here to have a drink and enjoy? Here's what I've got.
Oh,
Oh, yeah? Then let me just mark those collection.
I'm sorry, what? I haven't built one yet.
Want to see what I'm ca- Until later. Yes? Glad to haul whatever you need. Bye.
Everyone. Yeah, don't worry. And Fernanda, if you can't get outposts, it's not really going to get sent automatically to your ship.
Operational power levels restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Thank you for your aid. Major Sanon. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon, additional support may allow me to complete my act, allowing me to leave. Excellent. We must disarm Unit XW-99. Designation Siren. Nearest final xenoweapon.
I'm sorry. You're chasing a...
They will be. Unit 99 has proven a capable adversary. External support, however. Scans, our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? That. That is a cause I would like to be a part. You are docked at one.
Yeah, I don't see the names of the outposts.
Don't forget, whatever. Here's what I've got.
Yeah, probably might.
I don't know. A few trees here and some grass there, and this place might not look so awful.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanon, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion? Where are we going?
Londinium.
Londinium.
God, Yeah.
I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you
There
through
you
what
go,
we
the
came up
fucking
with.
Terrorwolves, the fucking home plan.
So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs,
Terrorwolves'
they can
whole
be
planet.
anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on, I'll walk you through what we're thinking. You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats... Take that as a no, then. Yes, there are. Apparently, the Asylees were bloodhounds for Terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already... We could speed up their breeding process using, well, using some of the same technologies that were used to create. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the Terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the Terramorph problem. Well, there is another option. It'd be faster, maybe even more effective. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with Terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. No. Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up Terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a... Well, that's still not 100%. But it sounds like the Vanguard will act... But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details before... Well, so... Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some highly specialized materials. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees' gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodline, or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got, but we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinium. It's dangerous, yes, but Kaiser, Percival, and I, we've trained for this. And you're not so green. And the last thing I want right now is for the UC to stick us with some gung-ho jarhead who's gonna put us and the mission at risk. Captain, you're the reason we're all here right now. You're the person It's certainly not encouraged, but the UC's given their sign-off for this excursion. It was the central hub for Asylees processing during the Colony War. But, and this part's exciting, the Terramorph data suggests Asylees were first found there. The planet it's on, Toliman 2, meaning there's a very good chance their prey, the Terramorphs, came from that same, which would also explain why no one ever suspected that planet as the Terramorph source world. The Asylees were too damn effective at cleaning them up. Additionally, it explains why once the Asylees were gone, the outbreak there was so catastrophic. Londinian could very well be where the Terramorph saga began. And the key to its end. I think this is the answer we've been looking. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatum, when we touch. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll run. But you need to know, Londinian? They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms.
What can I help you with?
Oh, this... God... You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough. But I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you... Oh, what? Oh, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. But sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlanta. My sister's kids live in the city. So, thank you for what you... Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, others effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, would hate to see anything happen to them. Now, what was it you needed? No more reliable...
This is quite an impressive research facility. When it comes to the study of the Terramorph, the Red Devils are sparing no expense.
Oh, fucking H cards all my money.
This world is off limits. You were advised to jump to safe harbor. Critical mission? Oh, you're with the collection team, aren't you? Fine. We'll send word you're on your way down.
Here.
You're welcome.
I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collecting skills. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick...
It will eventually, yeah.
What's on your mind?
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse than Constellation.
Oh, that should give your weapon a bit more punch.
Give me a second. I am level 21. Ah, shit.
Let's put this bird on the ground. Look at this world. It's beautiful. Just beautiful.
Inside the barriers, double time! You a casino unit? You're heading to command.
Yeah, a rivet gun? Got gone back. It does 110 damage. Oh, somebody's gonna get impaled. It ain't gonna be me. You use jump hack? So I haven't received fall damage yet. Yes, dipshit. Yep.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. Either that or you're one.
That's how way you see.
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic. Ah, then this must be the rest of your... Commander Hatum. No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed, except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into... Do we understand each other?
Sure, now I'll take your heaviest ordnance, please.
Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't I hope you all find what you're looking for out. Robot, you're coming with...
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out. No argument here. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done,
Howdy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Excuse me.
Still feeling the effects of that blast. My shoulder's killing me.
Hey.
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what just tell you.
hoping there was a good reason that was locked. Yeah? Goodbye.
Ah, okay, so it does.
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the voices tell you. Can't chat right now.
You match our description. The Vanguard cap. Make sure you had the best tools for the...
Guys, get a minigun. Yes.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
All set on your gear? You... Then, let's get this... Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your end?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed from Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
Alright. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. Can I help? Remember our last conversation when you told me, well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my... Really? After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just... Ah, she absolutely... Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get... At this point, I'd say you've graduated. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I respected her, and I considered her a dear friend, but we weren't in love. Had that been true, I would have resigned my post and moved to Parima 2 instead of remaining at Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what... I don't know if I deserve to be that close to... If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me... Please, give me some time. Find a use for that before
just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
I got pistol like 50, but no.
Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I'm not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
We've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. A real marvel. These leeches. What's keeping you things warm? Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happened?
Fucking Terramorphs.
Oh my god. The heat leeches are Terramorphs.
But no, it can't be true. Heat leeches are everywhere. They live everywhere. That means Terramorphs.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a Terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby Terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how Terramorphs move between planets. That I don't have an answer for. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches, and the Asylees we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both. Pretty Major is right. But if what we just saw, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the Terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like... Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have... But first, you'd have to know the truth about all...
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
You're going to be carrying that gooey mess, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
A bioweapon no one would recognize as one. Oh, that's a terrifying...
Sort of thing that'll keep you up at night. And the sort of thing whoever did this probably didn't expect us to uncover. Makes some sense. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this... They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raised... Who could pull something like this off?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that fight.
Roger that. Kaiser?
The entrance is... sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
all the things. Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power back in business. Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility. Other than our casualties? Yes, sir. Good. Get them in defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible. Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things. That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available. An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was...
Oh, you make it sound like a miscalculation, when in reality it was an unmitigated disaster.
A calculated loss. These soldiers for the rest of the gang. But it doesn't. But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how... That's exactly right. Let's move. Kaiser, try now.
Successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, no.
Eyes peeled.
Oh, it switches. Oh no. Oh, yeah, it's a friend!
The signal that thing's put out with all of those creatures, I think I can help. I'm gonna need some help. There should be some radar. Get those online, and I'll relay my signal through there.
Surrounded. All around. No way out.
Wasn't expecting to cliff dive today.
Grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
And my door died.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put... Yes, please. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plan?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond. No ghost is that clever.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information on who might have committed the attack?
If it were me, I'd start at the scene of the crime.
Perfect. Once you've finished your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself.
Seals are good, air pressure good. Hey, we're docked.
Greetings, Captain.
Hey, uh-oh. Oopsie, I accidentally started a freaking mission. Can't go back now, fuck.
About time you showed up. All right. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado. Happy? Oh, I'm thrilled. Still, so Neva's message said you were here. Was that all she sent you here to do?